Hello everybody! I'm Gunnar Rohrbacher and I love to stay up to date on show business news, so that's what we're going to do today in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take a look at some of the entertainment industry headlines that came out this week. Stay tuned till the end and I'll let you know what everyone is watching. I'll include some of the things that I've been watching and I hope to hear from you. Variety came out this week with its list of the 100 greatest TV performances of the 21st century. I always love lists like that because they create so much controversy. Where is so-and-so? Why is that person there? Etc. So what was their criteria? They did have some parameters. They limited themselves to scripted series that began on or after January 1st, 2000. Check. That definitely cut out a huge chunk of TV history, but it does bring into focus a more current selection of TV shows. And they only included one performance per show. Check. I'll mention a few they got right, in my opinion, and a few that I think that should have been there and aren't. At number 88, Variety mentioned Julia Garner as Ruth Langmore on Ozark, a gritty crime drama that has an extremely funny dark streak running through it. What a breakout role that was for Julia. Trailer trashy, ruthlessly street smart, and highly quotable. I regularly say, I don't know shit about fuck because of Ruth Langmore. Thanks, Ozark. At number 63 is Janelle James as Ava Coleman on Abbott Elementary. I love sitcoms, and Abbott Elementary is an amazing show created by Quinta Brunson. It has the structure of the best OG comedies with a fresh perspective, and I just love Janelle James. When she says things like, show these little illiterate fools how to literate, I wish she'd been my elementary school principal. And at number 4, Variety noted Lisa Kudrow as Valerie Cherish in The Comeback. Oh, chef's kiss. Valerie Cherish was a fated actress so eager to reclaim the spotlight that she subjected herself to a reality TV show and was humiliated time and time again. The Comeback had 2 spread out seasons, one in 2005 and the second and final season in 2014. Kudrow gave a masterclass in working with the camera. The Comeback was a show within a show, and the reality aspect had her breaking the fourth wall and speaking directly to her audience. To this day, when I disagree with someone, I quote Valerie, "You see puppies, I see Korean barbecue." A few great characters that came to mind that Variety didn't list are Hugh Laurie as Dr. Gregory House on the long-running series House, Megan Mullally as perpetually brazen Karen Walker from Will and Grace. And although the OG Will and Grace did begin its initial run in 1998, which alone would make it ineligible for this list, they rebooted Will and Grace in 2017 for 3 seasons, which does make Karen Walker eligible. So there, Variety. And lastly, I'd note as absent, Megan's in-real-life husband, Nick Offerman, as my favorite TV libertarian, Ron Swanson. Iconic. Ron has a philosophy on life like no other character in TV history. Would he be upset he wasn't listed? Nah. Crying, acceptable at funerals in the Grand Canyon, he'd say. Comment below on who you think should be on the list, or off it. Speaking of sitcoms, Hulu has set a premiere date for Mid-Century Modern, the new comedy from Max Muchnick and David Cohen, the creators of Will and Grace, that also marks Linda Lavin's final role before her death in December. The multicam series that also hails from Ryan Murphy is set to premiere March 28th. It follows 3 gay gentlemen of a certain age after an unexpected death who decide to spend their golden years living together in Palm Springs, where the wealthiest one lives with his mother, Lavin. As a chosen family, they prove that no matter how hard things get, there's always someone around to remind you it would be better if you got your neck done. Says Lane, I haven't done a multicam sitcom in a very long time, so it certainly helps to do it with some of the best. Lane's lingerie biz mogul, Bunny, invites Bomer's flaky airline attendant and Graham's cultured ex-Vogue columnist to move into his sprawling Palm Springs home. That's hard. Sprawling Palm Springs home after the death of their 4th friend, George. It's also been so much fun to hear the audiences laughing and having such a great time, roaring at the outrageousness of it. I love a good multicam. Lavin filmed 7 of the 10 episodes, and the title of her final episode, "Here's to You, Mrs. Schneiderman," will reflect that her character also dies. The veteran stage and TV actress who starred on Alice passed away December 29th at age 87. Max Muchnick posted on Instagram, "We filmed an episode of Mid-Century Modern I never thought we'd have to write. Saying goodbye to the character of Sybil was painful. Saying goodbye to Linda Lavin was heartbreaking." Indeed. Lavin was a multi-talented force to be reckoned with. Some good news, though, for the slumping entertainment industry in Hollywood. The California Film Commission has approved 51 film productions for tax incentives through the state's film and tax credit program, the most ever approved in a single application window. Hollywood has been in a bit of a slump in recent years as production is spread across the globe. These projects are also expected to hire 6,500 cast and crew members, with 37,000 background performers hired, measured in days' work. 46 of the 51 projects are independent, but there are some high-profile studio projects as well, most notably Dan Kwan and Dan Scheinert's follow-up to their Oscar-winning hit Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. The new dispersal of tax credits comes as California legislators prepare to make dramatic changes to the program in an effort to halt the exodus of productions to other states and countries. Authors of 2 bills in the state assembly and Senate are expected in the coming days to unveil further details on proposed changes that could make it easier for more productions to apply for the credits. While Governor Gavin Newsom is calling for the cap on the program to be increased from $330 million to $750 million, which would make it the second largest incentive program in the country behind only Georgia's uncapped program. So, good news for Hollywood and the California TV and film industry. Do people around the world still want to go to the movies? Yes. Are they happy with the selection of films they're being given? No. Audiences worldwide want more comedies, yes, and thrillers in theaters, according to a new survey from the Global Cinema Foundation. But overall, the lack of appealing films is the biggest reason people aren't going to cinemas more often, the study found. More than 68,000 respondents in 15 markets around the world were polled on their feelings about moviegoing, with 72% agreeing that going to a movie theater is, in fact, a good value for the money. 55% said they wanted more action-adventure movies, despite a solid amount of those in that genre already in theaters. Thrillers, comedy, and rom-coms, such as the international hit Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, have moved largely to streaming. But at least in North America, 51% of moviegoers said that they wanted to see more humorous fare of that nature inside of a theater. I'd agree with that assessment. Adult comedy films and rom-coms seem to be absent from major studio releases. I enjoy the big franchise superhero blockbusters, but it seems the studios forget the success of films like The Hangover, Bridesmaids, Zoolander, Superbad, Borat, Mean Girls, and so many others. Netflix is rebooting the extremely popular series Little House on the Prairie, and the search is officially underway for the actors who will make up the storied Ingalls family in the streamer's revival of the classic 70s drama. The casting call has gone out for what Netflix is describing as a reimagining of the series based on the books by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Rebecca Sonnenschein, The Boys, Vampire Diaries, Archive 81, will serve as showrunner and executive producer of the CBS Studios series. Production is expected to run between June and October in Winnipeg, Canada. The casting call describes the reboot as part hopeful family drama, part epic survival tale, and part origin story of the American West. It goes on to say, this fresh adaptation of Laura Ingalls Wilder's iconic semi-autobiographical Little House books offers a kaleidoscope view of the struggles and triumphs of those who shaped the frontier. By far the most interesting search will be the quest to find Laura. Candidates have until April 4th to submit a self-tape that includes a full body shot of the young actress who must be white and between the ages of 9 and 11. Here's the character description from Breakdown Services. Everyone sees themselves in Laura. That's why these books endure. Laura is a disruptor. Honest to a fault, she questions authority. She's our window into this adventure, an American icon in waiting. Forget your modern ideas of childhood. The stakes are high for children living in the 19th century. They have responsibilities and freedoms that seem extraordinary in this era of helicopter parenting. Mixed in with small pleasures and petty disputes with her older sister are true feats of survival and bravery. She is observant, tender, strong-willed, hot-tempered. She resists the bounds of 19th century ladylike behavior. She likes to run barefoot and feel the sun on her face. She is curious and optimistic and fearless like her father, resourceful and hardworking and honest like her mother. She is quick to call out anyone who is cruel or unjust. She loves fiercely and unapologetically and is utterly devoted to her dog, Jack. She rubs some adults the wrong way. Too many hard questions, too much personality, too much energy. But to the people who matter, she's a bright light. She absorbs every detail she sees around her, collecting them for stories she will someday share with the world. And she did. If you think you know someone or know who might be the next Laura Ingalls Wilder, there's still time to submit. And it looks like the number crunchers of Lumen will be back. Fresh off the season 2 finale, Severance has been renewed for a third installment at Apple TV+. The dystopian series stars Adam Scott as Mark Scout, a widower who undergoes a procedure to be severed that renders him unable to access his memories at work, and vice versa. An Apple Originals series, Severance is streaming exclusively on Apple TV+. A subscription is required to watch both seasons, but here's a hack for you if you want to catch up on it. Eligible new customers can binge all episodes online for free with a 7-day trial to Apple TV+, including through the streamer's channel on Amazon's Prime Video. After the 1-week trial, Apple TV Plus auto-renews at $9.99 a month. Annual plans are $99.99 a year, a 17% savings compared to month-to-month billing. But if you want to watch Severance and don't want to pay, that's how you do it. And finally, let's see what people are looking at. Okay, what are the top 5 streaming dramas? Severance on Apple TV Plus, Adolescence on Netflix, The Residence on Netflix, Ludwig on BritBox, and The Pit on Max. The top 5 streaming comedies are The Residence on Netflix, Ludwig on BritBox, The White Lotus on Max, The Righteous Gemstones on Max, and Running Point on Netflix. I guess that's why we have the word dramedy. The top 5 streaming movies are Anora on Hulu, Wicked on Peacock, Odessa on Hulu, The Substance on Mubi, and Flow on Max. Oh, Flow was so good. I'd love to hear what you've been watching. I loved Flow, one of my favorite animated films of all time and a recent Academy Award winner for Best Animated Feature. It was great. Hope you enjoyed this week's Entertainment News Roundup. Please hit like and subscribe if you'd like to stay current on what's happening in Hollywood. And until next time, Gunner out. Please hit like and subscribe to help build a global community of artists. And check out the links below. I love you.